Sunless Sea. Now, I have really enjoyed this game. I've played it once before, and I really enjoyed it. So now I'm going to see what happens when I put it on the internets. See how you guys like it. So, supposedly what this is, it's by the makers of Fallen London, which is Fail Better Games. And you are a captain who is seeking his fortune in the Untersee. And the Untersee is this place, this massive cavern under the ground. And London has fallen into it, which is the whole story behind Fallen London, that browser game that they came up with. That, by the way, I have played. It's really good. I recommend it. But this is about basically what else is there apart from Fallen London. And I also heard that they're going to release a expansion called the Submariner, which allows you to, I believe, get submarines. I'm not sure if the ship is already a submarine, but you can go under the Untersee and see what's down there. So if you came across like a hole or something, you could go down there and see what's down there. So, very interesting game. We're gonna go ahead and start a new one. Yes, I'm sure. Strange catches can be used to bring sea monsters to the surface. But yeah, there's all kinds of stuff in this place. There's well, you'll find out as soon as this loads. I really do like the OST for this. It has a great soundtrack. I believe they have it on Bandcamp for £7, which I think comes up to around $9–10 USD. Here we go. The Captain's Making. So, this is where you get to start making your captain. This over here, this is the Wolfstack Docks of Fallen London, and the primary port of the game. So, I'm going to go ahead and do the past. You now lodge in a room behind the blanket. So who am I? Give you a bonus to Veils, Subtlety and Evasion. Give you a bonus to Pages, Skill, Trickery, and Knowledge. Veteran the campaign of 68. Give a bonus to Iron. I like this one, so we'll go with the Veteran. Gain 25 iron, 1 shady cook, 20 echo. Echoes are the currency of the game. Weary soldier, now is sea captain. Stranger colony is gone, welcome to the world. Okay. Ambition. So, what do I want to try and do in order to win the game? Since majority of these are going to end up being rich in some way, I'm probably just gonna go with wealth. Gather 100 tails, you'll learn to the end of the... Well, you know what? Let's go with that one. I like that one. You'll have the option of retiring, but you'll need to write your masterwork first. Okay. Captain, an irregularity with the Harbor Master's office. They wish to know what term of address you prefer ashore. So, this is where you get to choose, like, how you're addressed. We'll just go with Captain. I like this guy. What do we name our character? We'll name him... we'll name him Sky Ranger, since that's generic for me. Except, Fallen London, deep, dark, and marvelous. All voyages start here. This is where successful voyages end. I've already read the advice for captain, so I won't go over that too much. London. The Admiralty Survey Office. Every time you go to a different port in the Untersee, you have the option to gather a port report. And when you get that, you can bring it back to the Admiralty's office and be paid for it. Then there's the university. You can find stuff out in the sea and sell it to them. This reduces terror, and terror is this bar right here. When you're out in the Untersee, your crew will gain terror. And if it gets to 100, they'll try to mutiny, and you'll either die or you'll win. Majority of the time you die. And yes, you die a lot in this game. While I'm on that subject, we can go over this over here. This is the engine and its temperature. Right here is your fuel. How much of one unit? And see, we have 10 units. This is your food. Right here, when your hunger gets up to this bar, your crew will automatically be fed. Be fed. This is your supplies. I have 5 supplies right now. If it goes below, I think 1. If we get to like 0, it'll go above this, and your crew will try to mutiny you after a certain time, I believe. I'm not quite sure on that. Now, of course, this is your speed dial. So negative is reverse. This is forward. This is your hull, your health, and all that. Down here is your logbook. Anything that happens to you, or anything that your crew will comment on, will pop up here. So any type of thing that has any relation to you at all, indirectly or directly, will pop up here. This is you. This is your crew meter. These are your officers, and this is your mascot. Throughout the Untersee, you can find different mascots. Hearts helps with, each of these has a description you can just hover over. Sometimes helps with tests around terror. Veils, which is basically what it says: speed, stealth, deception, decreases the range at which enemies will spot you. Pages increases the speed at which you convert fragments into secrets. Mirrors, detection and perception. The higher your mirrors, the quicker you can find a fiery solution in combat. And iron, which is basically the damage you do. You can like hide your officers and all that. Down here, this is your storybook. Pretty much everything in the game has to do with this book. Everything will be logged, all that good stuff. And you can get quests that will pay you. See, this is one that normally everybody does the first time they leave Fallen London, is take the tomb colonist to Vanderbilt. I cannot speak today. So we're gonna go ahead and do that one. We don't want to hire more crew right now. We don't need to go to dry dock. And yeah. So we'll go to the Admiralty's office. Continue. See if there's anything particular they need. Yeah, the Admiralty will also give you quests. When you go to the Admiralty, they'll and you ask for if there's anything particular they need, they'll give you a port to go to, and then you'll go and complete the quest for that port and then bring it back to them. Strategic information, you'll go and retrieve that. So we need to go to the Iron and Misery Company Funging Station, somewhere not far from home waters, and retrieve strategic intelligence and bring it back, and then we'll pay for it. See what this is. Nope, we can't go anywhere. We'll leave the Admiralty. And we can't visit anywhere else. Let's go to the lodgings. Unexpected Gazette, the morning formerly known as the London Magazine, the Spiteful Trumpeter News. And now we have a recent news. We can carry this around, and throughout the Undersea, you can trade this for echoes and stuff. Yeah. Explain that later. Back to the rest of the city. Perhaps not. Alright, now, this is your hold, which basically where you can see what you have, what stuff you've collected. You can edit what weapons are, your various things on your ship. And you always start with the lead, what was that, a Legia class steamer, which is the default ship. You can rename it. I think I'm gonna call mine the call it the Pandora. If I can spell. Go. Here's our fuel, supplies, and our tomb colonist. We have 70 echoes, 1 Invictus token. Oh, that's a good point. The Invictus token. This keeps you in unforgiving mode. If you get rid of it, then you go into merciful mode, and that's just an easier game mode. I try to keep the Invictus token as long as I can because I really want to beat the game with it. I've never actually beaten the game. This is our advice for sea captains. We could probably sell that. Whisperlock. Oh, yeah. If you guys saw earlier in the video, there was the part that said cannot connect at the top of the main menu. That means that you can connect to your Fallen London account. And since I have one of those, I've been playing the game. You can collect stuff in Fallen London and import it into the game, which is really cool. And this is one of those things. We'll go ahead and use it since I don't know what it is. Throw the box in the sea. Enough of this. Whatever's in there isn't worth the trouble. Throw the box in the sea as an offering to Salt. I'm missing a god of the sea, so we can't do that. Or we could break it open. Let's go ahead and break it open. You now have one outlandish artifact, and we no longer have Whisperlocked puzzle box. A red-hot shard whizzes past your ear. You waft the smoke away, coughing. Not much remains in the shattered shell. Was this a mirror catch box? What's left of it you can probably auction at the Gullible of London. Claim it's a broken idol. Continue. Alright, well, continuing. See, here you go, the tutorial. I've reset the tutorial so you can see this. Your journal. Objectives and story progress are recorded on the right-hand side. Mouse over an icon or click on the category heading to see the details. So, these are your accomplishments, basically your achievements in the game. These aren't Steam achievements. Yes, this is a Steam game, but I'm not sure if this game actually has any Steam achievement. I think it does. Yeah, it does. Depending on stuff, but these aren't the Steam achievements. These are in-game. See, Mariner, you know something other than the sea. That's because you become a Z captain. You can do stuff. Over here are basically just quest objectives that'll tell you what you need to do. Random stuff that you'll pick up in the sea, values that you've picked up. Basically, telling you what you are as an undersea captain. Now, this is your officers. Left-click and drag to assign officers or right-click to speak to them. Assigned officers give ability bonuses. So, since I chose the veteran of the campaign of 68, I got this Shady Cook. He can render the supplies edible, if not palatable. So he increases your hearts by 1. And we can right-click to speak to this officer. See here? The Shady Cook, he's an awkward one. What you want? He might say more, but a coughing fit takes him. Eventually, he straightens up and wipes his mouth slowly with his forearm. The Shady Cook is not the most hygienic of officers, but he'll do until you find someone better. Now, all of your officers can be upgraded. You'll need secrets to do that, and you get secrets by exploring the undersea. And then sometimes you can have, like, conversations with them. I think every officer has a quest that you could do for them. Perhaps not. Now, the shops. When you're in dock, you can go to shops and do... Here, let's read this. Shops. Here you can buy fuel, supplies, ship, and equipment, and trade goods. Shops are displayed on the left. Click on one to see its wares. So, some docks in Fallen London, the Untersee, will have places you can buy stuff. Majority of which will be, I think it's here. Yeah, fuel and supplies. Others will sell just basic goods that you can just trade to other cities. See, here's that Iron and Misery company. They make engines. See, we have this one right here. Apparently we can buy another one. But, here we'll sell that advice for captives since we won't need that. Echoes. This is, again, like I said, London's currency is the echo. To earn money, explore the map and bring back port reports and treasures. You can trade too, but exploration and stories are much more profitable. So when you go around the undersea, you can collect stuff and sell it. Now, we can buy guns and stuff to equip on the ship. I'm not one for torpedoes. See here, torpedo components, so you can fire stuff at them. I don't think I'll use them until we get the undersea submariner update. S's or Z's here. Lamps, you know, just make stuff brighter. And then there's... Yeah, we'll probably go over these later on in the... once we get through the things. This is just episode 1, so I'm gonna just go through everything. Mushroom wine can be sold in, was it Vanderbite? I'm gonna go ahead and buy some, 1 or 2 or 3. Go and sell them. And shipyard, I think 1 or 2. Which other one? I think Vanderbite has one, but that's like locked for a certain part in the story. There's very, very few docks have a shipyard, and Fallen London is pretty much the only place where you can buy new ships. So you can get this one, and like it says, there's probably a reason you might want to set Z in a boat the size of a dining room table, possibly. This game does have a sense of humor if you read it, and I really like that. Now here's your default ship. If you die, you get one of those. Lamped class cutter, cramped and fragile but remarkably lippy. So, hull is decreased. See, we have 75. This one has 50. They'll tell you what's good and what's bad about it. Scroll down. Forked class corvette. The freighter. This is obviously for trading and stuff. Maynard class frigate. Wow, I'm gonna try this. Eschatolog class dreadnought. Eschatolog. Yeah, but we won't worry about getting new ships until later on in the game. Alright. Setting sail. Click the launch button to leave port. Well, you can click this. See, here's some stuff that you might want to, we won't go over. Space is pause. The gazetteer, which is G. This is just your storybook. The chart, that's the map. See, very large onto Z, and we're just in this little bitty spot. We've only discovered some Fallen London. Keyboard shortcuts, but yeah, like I said, yeah, they exist, and they're very useful. This is the main menu, of course. That's escape. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and launch. No, we don't want to go back in there. There we go. So, there are crazy places in this game. Really crazy places. We're going to go down here and discover 2 or 3 different things. I think the Echo Bazaar is down here. Somewhere. And there you go. Discover Department of Menace Eradication. Discover the Echo Bazaar. So there's that. And see here, it says 2 fragments gained. Fragments count towards your secret accumulation. And yeah, E, battle. This is where you get to like shoot stuff. Ow. You could probably find all this stuff in the map. Everything along the coast will always be the same. So Fallen London, Bedsnevners of this, and this light ship right here. What is that? Something awaits you. Yeah, very good point here. Something awaits you is when you've been out at sea, at Z, long enough, you'll get this little lamp icon. See here. After a short time at Z, a lamp icon will appear above the logbook. That means that opportunities await you at the next port. So next time you dock, another opportunity to do something will appear and you'll be able to complete it. So we're going to go ahead here and discover, was it Rowena's Rocks? Yeah. And like I said, yeah, terror. When you see green running lights on the ship, you're in the dark, and your crew's terror will increase. Hence this bar right here. Watch the pips on the terror indicator as it increases faster when you're far from land. Don't let it reach 100. Yeah, like I said, when you reach 100, bad things happen. Dock. The light ship. Purchase fuel. They long for news of home, even though they're like right over there. See? Lost one terror, lost one recent news, one Z story gained. Collect. See? Hold. Let's see if they got any shops. No shops available, but you can buy through the story here. So we'll go ahead. Stop docking. Ah. I haven't played this game in a while. But, yeah, everything along the coast. So over here, up at the top, on the other side, down below, all that will be the same. Everything in the middle, if you die, it will all randomize. Hunter's Keep. We'll go ahead and dock up here. Gather the port report. And turn it into the Admiralty later on. Ooh, lag. See, there's that beam of light. That's a lighthouse. But yeah, this very fun game. Highly recommend it. Ports. That circle of light is a port. Go there for stories. So yeah, we're gonna dock here at Hunter's Keep. A quiet isle, a grand old house. Hunter's Keep, a hump of dark rock swathed in mist. Like 100 other undersea islands. It ain't lying. A hump of dark rock. Yeah. There's a grand house, windows aglow, lawns impossibly green and lush with the fall starlight, raked gravel paths. You stand on the dock as the sea nudges the ship's sides. An unexpectedly warm breeze carries the faintest race of lavender. So, the Three Sisters lives here, and you'll go and talk to one of them, and it'll provide a buff of some sort. We can reconnoiter the island. Plunging cliffs, soft green lawns, well tucked away in the folds of the grounds. Anything else? Here's a chance. Yeah, this game has a very good randomizer ability. You'll go in, and certain quests will have a chance to do something. We'll go ahead and spite on the house to see if we win this. Piano music drifts across the terrace. You peer through a half-open French window into a grand parlor, grand in size, if little reduced in style by dust and neglect. A dark-haired, pale-skinned young woman bends earnestly over piano keyboard. Another fair-haired but unmistakably her sister sprawls on the sofa with a book. A third sits by the fireplace, staring sorrowfully into the embers. Soon, she says, and the piano music falters and stops. We'll go hungry, and then the end will come. For me, but not for you. The pianist raises her hands from the keyboard. Hush. We don't speak of it. She frowns. As she's seen you at the window, you withdraw. So now we have 40 new fragments. So now every time you gain something, it'll normally tell you what your total is. I'm not sure how many you need to make a secret, but every time you get enough to make a secret, it'll automatically accumulate one. You know something of Hunter's Keep. You succeeded in the Veil's challenge. So yay me. Let's go ahead and present ourselves at the house. A maid with a smoldering topaz eyes shows you into the parlor where 3 young women await. A visitor, the youngest cries. The youngest chuckles, the eldest sighs. Do excuse the indecorum, she says. Visitors are rare. You are very welcome. I am Cynthia. The noisy one is Phoebe. The cheerful one is Lucy. You are in good time for lunch. Will you join us? You'll find a story when you make the next port. So this has to do with the whole something awaits you in port. You're acquainted with the sisters of the Hunter's Keep. Let's see. Cynthia is the eldest, melancholy, pensive, occasionally dramatic. Lucy, the middle sister, is sunny, restless, prone to giggles. Phoebe is soft-voiced, watchful, and unpredictable. Okay. Let's talk to Phoebe. I'm not gonna read all that. You've lost 32 hunger. Nothing gained here. An occurrence, the gods of the undersea storm's attention quality is now. Now. Okay, that's weird. You've gained 1 supplies. That's all for now. You now have 1 memory of distant shores you're acquainted. Okay. So we can't go back now, but yeah, this is basically the game. So you'll drift around through the undersea, and I want to do, basically this mini-series will be playing Sunless Sea. And yeah, it'll be fun. So I'm going to leave this episode here. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.